So today I'm going to talk about something a little bit more sad than my usual videos, but it's only sad, I guess, if you look at it in a sad way. And today's topic is death. And the reason that I think death is so important to talk about is because it happens to all of us. It's pretty much the only certainty in life that we actually know is going to happen, you know? So how do we interact with death? What does my relationship look like with death and my own mortality? And that's a question that not many people think about because it's really scary, whether they know that they're scared of it or not. Most people don't want to die, you know? Surprise. Hot tip, you don't want to die. But seriously, when you come to this realization that you will die, and when I came to this realization that I am going to die, it changed everything. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about how I learned about my own mortality and how I came to terms with it. So it all started when I started reading this book called The 5 Invitations by Frank Ostaseski, and he started the Zen Hospice Center in San Francisco, which is where people go to die, and they work with volunteers to help them through the dying process. And the book is all about death and what you can learn about life from death. And I finished this book. I was up on top of a mountain, I had gone backpacking, and I finished this book. I was sitting in the sun on a tarp, and I finished this book, and I started to sob. I broke because I realized I was gonna die. And when this happened, I also started laughing. Surprisingly, I was so happy and so sad all at once. And it was because I was just so in my own mortality and I knew I was gonna die that the present moment was amazing. And I was so grateful for my life and I was so grateful for everything around me and just to be alive and have a chance to live on this beautiful earth with these beautiful people and do what I actually wanna do. It was such an amazing moment and it resonated with me so much. And then immediately after that moment, I was lying there on the ground and I was just meditating because I really wanted to be present in the moment and actually experience what life is because I knew it was so amazing and I was so grateful. And I was just lying, meditating, and I was listening to the world around me. And I heard this noise from the woods and I was like, wow, what is that? And it sounded like an animal, right? And the bushes were like maybe 2 feet away from me. And it sounded like an animal and I didn't know what kind of animal it was at first. And then I heard it again, and it was too loud to be a bird, but it was too consistent to be a mammal. And I had to really think, and then all of a sudden, instinctually, I was like, oh, it's a snake. And I got up really slowly, and I backed away, and I was looking into the bushes, and I saw this big rattlesnake, and it was just slithering slowly, gently through the bushes, and you could hear the scraping sound of its skin against the bark of the trees. And I looked at it and I thought, wow, that is death come to greet me, just as I was thinking about my own mortality. This rattlesnake is death, and it is change, and it is opportunity to be a new person, to shed your old skin. And that transformation that I saw when I saw that rattlesnake led me to being who I am today. And it was a magical moment where I just realized how close we all are to death all the time, and yet how that gives us the opportunity to show up and be grateful and to live fully and to change into who we want to be. And so that's what I encourage you to do, is to live fully today. Be grateful, look around, be like, what do I want to be grateful for? Am I grateful for the sun rising today? Am I grateful for the chill on my skin in the morning air? What brings me peace and joy in the world? And how can I show that? How can I be today, be present here today? So if what I'm talking about resonates with you, this is part of what I work on with my clients, is to help them just settle into being grateful and being present with life. And if this resonated with you, reach out to me at phelan.com/coach. And I would love to talk to you about your own experience, coming to terms with your own mortality and being present in today. Because that's what's most important in life, is not to achieve the most or be the most, but rather to just be you.